99 Nights in the Forest. Alright, starting off, when you enter the game, you'll be told to chop trees and put wood on the fire. Don't forget though, you do want to place all your wood in the sack, that way you can carry multiple at a time. And when you get a sapling, always replant it. Other than that, you will keep adding wood to your campfire until it's level 3 progress. Once you have reached campfire level 3, the next thing I recommend for you guys to do is actually just start looking for loot. Such as this chest, for example. Really anywhere that has buildings or just random little places in the earth. Literally just explore and find loot. Keep looting until you find a spear, revolver, or any other weapon of choice. While looting, you may encounter nighttime and are probably thinking you have to go back to the base. Do not go back to the base on your first day. The deer will not attack you. Keep looting. If you do deal with starvation and have raw food near you, make sure to eat it because it barely does any damage and it's better than starving to death. One looting tip I have for you is the better the chest looks, the better the loot is. Once you have found a revolver, I want you to make your way back to the campfire. You're going to place down any fuel you got in the campfire and any nuts and bolts and wood or whatever inside of here for crafting later. On your second day, the pelt trader will arrive. He is one of the most important characters. He's going to be asking for a bunny foot. To get one, you must attack the bunnies, which we are going to do now. Eventually, if you are lucky enough, it will drop you a bunny foot, which you can now use to talk to the pelt trader. Once you place the bunny foot on the pelt trader, he will give you 3 options. Do not click the old flashlight. You can find these around the map super easily. Pick a good axe or a good sack. I recommend you pick the good sack first, but since I already have one, I will select the good axe. And now this is where the revolver or weapon of choice comes into play. You will go to the missing kids location board and you will click on this dino kid. There is going to be an arrow in telling you where he is, and essentially what you're going to do is just find your way there. It might take you a few attempts, but you're going to have to find this little mountain cinder block looking thing, and when you're there, you're going to see a bunch of wolves. Only attack the ones that have the red collar around them because that represents the ones that drop the red key. Essentially, you're just going to use your revolver to kill every single one of them. And while killing them, make sure to headshot them because you do more damage and you will waste less ammo. Once you are out of ammo, you should have at least killed 2 or 3 of them and you should be able to just 1v1 them by running around in a circle and hitting their butts. By now, you should also have a good axe or so 1v1ing them should be easy. Killing the last wolf will grant you this red key. Go back down to the dirt area and take out the red key, place it in the lock, and open the door. Go down the stairs, which you will find a chest. I recommend you loot this chest, and you will get good stuff. I can't take it because I already have it. Once you are here, you will find a kid, which you then can put in your sack and almost smuggle him. Once you have the kid, you're going to want to return the kids back to your fire, and he will now be rescued. Each kid you rescue will give you an extra 2 days every single day cycle, meaning you can get to day 100 faster. After you get the first kid, I recommend you just get as much wood as possible. This wood is not for the campfire. This wood will be for the crafting area. With 3 wood, you're able to craft a map. The map will be one of the most handy items in the game. And by clicking M or on mobile here, you will reveal this map. The gray area is unexplored area. If you're going looting, you're going to want to go in the gray area because that's where you haven't looted yet. If you have any teammates, they can gather wood for you, but if you're solo, I recommend you just go out looting because going out looting will get you the most fuel and the most loot as fast as possible. When looting, I recommend you go as far out as possible. Beware though because there will be a lot of dangerous encounters the further you go. Make sure to take fuel, make sure to take nuts, and make sure to always check these huts because there's always loot in them. Once you have gotten your items, return to the campfire and place down everything. Take all the fuel and place them in your campfire. Then grab all the metal stuff and all the logs and put them inside your crafting table. If you don't have enough wood, I recommend you get more wood. And a quick little tip, you can actually double harvest wood. By this time, you may or may not have gotten to your 3rd day and there will be something evil approaching your night. These bad boys are known as the cultists. Now, they aren't just a sneaky little pest. They're actually very important. Obviously, you're gonna want to kill all of them. And once you've killed all of them, they will drop you a cultist gem. Now, this cultist gem is very important for later game builds, such as upgrading your crafting bench and unlocking new stuff. Now that they're gone, you should craft yourself an old bed. Do not forget to place it down, because if you do, you won't get the benefits. A bed essentially just increases your day by an extra 1 every single day, getting you to 99 nights even faster. Once you have crafted the bed, if you have enough, the next thing I recommend you craft is the sundial. By placing this down, you can see how much time is left in the day and in the night, making it so so much easier to go out and loot and get back in time before the deer attacks you. On the topic of getting out, since our campfire is level 4, it is actually far enough to go for the Kraken Kid. Now, the Kraken Kid is a lot farther down, and it actually is going to be more of a challenge because the Kraken Kid actually has 5 alpha wolves you have to fight. So you're going to want to be geared up for this one. So I recommend doing a little bit of looting before you go ahead and fight him. Also, while looting, make sure to get some food because dying of starvation is bad. And don't mind the OP campfire. I cannot find anything other than fuel. I'm very unlucky, but also lucky at the same time. If it ever goes night while you're looting, then you should go back to your campfire and harvest wood while you wait for daytime. You shouldn't need to put the wood in the campfire because by this time you should be getting a lot of fuel canisters, coal, and such by just exploring. One thing I did forget to mention is that you could use these cultists as fuel as well. After you get the sundial and the old bed, I recommend the next thing you just go for is the crafting bench 3 as none of these things are really necessary to getting anything. Though if you have a lot of metal, you could get the compass as this compass allows you to see where certain things are such as the next kid. After this, I recommend you go looting unless you feel super comfortable with your weapons and loot. Oh my god, I literally can only get fuel. I just need a gun ammo. By this time, you probably have already felt the rain and gotten hit by lightning a few times, so you're gonna craft crafting bench level 3. And as you can see, I just got hit by it as well. And get yourself a lightning rod, because lightning is pretty annoying. Once you feel comfortable with your weapons, armor, and campfire, you are now ready to go for the Kraken Kid. As usual, you're checking the location and just heading towards him. Once you are there, you're gonna have to fight a gang of 5 alpha wolves. Which is why I recommended you spent a lot of time looting up and getting gear so you don't end up dying, because these bad boys do a lot more damage than the normal wolves. Eliminating them should be a breeze once you have enough loot, and taking their pelt is as usual required. Once you have eliminated them, as usual, they will drop the key, you're gonna go inside, and you will rescue the poor boy from his torture, and loot a chest. Reload your weapons, pull out your flashlight if it's nighttime, and get to your base immediately. Once you are back at your base, place down the kid immediately, get any fuel you got in here, and your days will now increase by 4. Before going for the squid kid, I recommend you get a rifle because fighting the squid kids, you will need to fight bears. A revolver is not enough for bears. I repeat, a revolver is not enough for bears. So get yourself a rifle and preferably some armor. And if you don't have that by now, you should probably save up for the good bed, crockpot, and biofuel processor. Now, in my current situation, the biofuel processor is essentially useless because I really have a very overpowered campfire. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get the crockpot because as you can see throughout the entire video, my food has been struggling the entire time. Though the situation can be different depending on who you are, who you play with, and what luck you get. Make sure to select the correct one for your current situation. But obviously the good bed comes first because it gives you extra days, and who doesn't want to get 99 days faster? Alright, I got the crock pot, and I'm gonna place it down right here. And with the extra help you get from this, you should be able to be looting longer without any fear of losing your campfire or dying to hunger. Now, if you're in my situation and you have a crock pot, I actually have a few tips for you guys. One is to never eat any other food that doesn't come out of a crock pot. And 2 is to only use uncooked food in the crock pot because the crock pot cooks it itself. Do not waste your time cooking food and putting it in there. Now, I don't actually have a biofuel processor right now, but if you have one, you should place it in front of the campfire where the butt of it is facing the fire. That way, when you put in the fuel, it automatically dumps into the fire. Once your stew is ready, you click E and it should actually be in your inventory. For the stews, I recommend you get yourself near full hunger and carry an extra one on you so you can stay out a lot longer. Once you have a rifle, yes, required, some food, and feel prepared and ready, you can now go for the squid kid. The squid kid does require campfire level 5. Keep that in mind before doing so. But if you have campfire level 5, you should be able to make your way towards the squid kid. Once you are at the squid kid, you will see 2 bears. Make sure to only headshot them so you can save your rifle ammo. And keep your distance because they do a hell of a lot of damage. But make sure to not run into other mobs. Oh my god, he's thumping the wall. Now, these big boys do drop a lot of food for you, so keep that in mind. But my only goal is surviving, so I'm gonna take this yellow key, go down the stairways, open the door, and loot the super overpowered chest. Oh, and it drops me a rifle. Now we take the kid. Once you have collected the kid and feel safe to do so, I recommend you grab your flashlight and head back to your campfire. Do not have your flashlight on at all times because it will burn out. Only have it on when the stupid idiotic deer is chasing you. Now, you do want to make sure you get back to your base before nighttime ends so you can quickly get that bonus. And there we go, I got him down and we should be able to get extra days. The next kid you will be searching for is the Koala Kid. Before going for the Koala Kid, you need to make sure your campfire is level 6. If it is not, you cannot get the Koala Kid. So in this stage, all your time and energy should focus on getting loot, a lot of rifle ammo because you'll have to fight 4 or 5 bears for that Koala Kid, and maybe even some iron armor just to feel more safe. By this stage, the most important thing to get is going to be a biofuel processor because you're going to want to get that level 6 ASAP. The faster you can get the kids, the faster you can get 100 days. One tip I have for you fighting the cultists is to always go for the red guy first because he's the one that's going to keep pesky shooting you. Now, I did say the biofuel processor is required. It isn't necessarily required, especially if you're on a run like me where all the things you find is fuel. But if you